Welcome back to the channel once again, and we back with the 3.5 Dodge Charger. This time we're gonna be replacing the timing belt and the water pump, and I'm gonna get started on it. No need to talk your ears off, so disconnect that hose, and I'm gonna start with the drain pan. That petcock is on the passenger side of the radiator. Be careful to open it. The O-ring, you can snap it in and you will have a leak from it when you put it back together. I'm gonna get that off, and then I'm gonna start removing the upper radiator hose. I'm gonna pull the radiator fan for to make more room. There's no way you'll be able to crank puller on it with the fan still installed. I hope I don't have to remove the radiator also, but I think I'm gonna start with disconnect the connector. Everything want to be hard. Okay, I get back on when I start taking apart. Okay, I went ahead and removed the upper radiator hose entirely. I removed the radiator fans, the 8mm bolt on both sides. And when you remove them, the fan will you pull the fan right up and it will come right out. And I'm limited on space, you know. No impact can get in there unless you have like the right angle impact or a stubby or something like that. But otherwise you have to pull the whole radiator. But since I don't have the impact right now, I just put the 18mm on the bolt. Got my breaker bar. You run it over to the frame rails. Yes, it's touching the brake lines, but it shouldn't do anything. If it does, I repair them. It's no big deal or anything. So I'm gonna sit you guys down. I'm gonna let you get a view of what it's gonna do. Okay, and I'm gonna go bump the starter over, and hopefully the bolt come right loose. Okay, so the bolt is loose. Let's see. Works on the first try. Got the bolt out. I'm just gonna put it back in a few threads before I used to pull it. But I'm gonna go ahead and remove the serpentine belt. Got my 3/8 drive ratchet. Right in the back. Pop that off. And as you can see, no damage was done to the brake lines or anything. That technique always works for me in the pit. Set you back up here. 13 millimeters, remove the tension. $13 millimeters, remove the idler. These are usually a pain to get off. Let's see. You just gotta push one pin out and remove one of the arms to get it on. But I'm gonna get you back on when I get it on and get it started. Okay, got the harmonic balancer puller attached. The easiest way to do it is to pull all the pins out, put the legs into the harmonic balancer one by one, and then attach the puller, put the pins back in. But yeah, I got to attach 3/4 inch. It's always a good idea when you're working around your radiator, get a piece of cardboard and lay it on the front end to keep you from damaging the fins on. But yeah, I'm gonna need both hands for this. Slide it right out the back first. It attaches at the back. You want them to sit in like the grooves. So we can start removing the timing cover now. Now we have clear access to the timing cover. We got some 10 and I think 13s or 14 bolts. Yeah, it's 13 and the rest 10. You don't have to take out these two. They hold like the back of the timing cover to the cylinder head. So we should be clear on that power steering pump also. We shouldn't have to touch that one. But yeah, got a T30 down here also. Gotta keep an eye out for. So yeah, I'm gonna start removing the timing cover. We're gonna see what condition the belt is in. Okay, for the two bolts over here, you got the T30 in the upper timing cover, and you have a T40 in the lower. So remove them. Yeah, should be good to come out. Okay, we're gonna lower one. Line it up, get it at the top of the cylinder, line up my timing marks. camshaft. You have one here. It should be lined up with the top one here. The same with the other side. The height now. You then make sure you at top dead center. You have a top dead center marker right here. So, and the mark on the back of the timing belt pulley at the back. So I'm gonna line them up. It's a lot easier to do with the spark plugs out because you won't be fighting against compression. A little bit more. Lined up. We got the keyway, well, not the keyway, but the timing mark on the crank pulley. I mean, the timing belt pulley. Lined up with the TTC mark. We have this one lined up with this mark. It's more to the right. Same with this one. It's like right at the edge of the line. So it ran pretty good without any timing code, so I'm assuming that the timing is correct. So I'm just gonna retime to the same exact mark. So I'm gonna start putting the tensioner out first, and after I get the tensioner out, everything else pretty much straightforward. So I'm gonna put it back on when I get the belt back off. Okay, I got the bolts from the tensioner broken free. Just removing them. I got a new tensioner pulley also for it. That was removed. 13. Wrong way. Okay, that one's almost out. Okay, tensioner working out the way it shot out just then, the rod. That's good news because I'm reusing my tensioner. I plan on reusing this one. Oh yeah, spring's still good in it. Okay, so the belt now loose due to the tensioner pulley. The bearings can go bad in this one and cause bad situation for your engine. So, like I said, I don't know when to replace, even though it's a Gates belt, and I probably be better off with that one. Cause the ones I'm using is a $60, $65 Amazon kit with the water pump, the timing belt, and the pulley. So I'm gonna try it out on mine. I don't mind doing the job back over. So if anyone else car, I would recommend OEM parts. But like I said, I don't mind doing it back over. Yeah, Gates belt. No telling when the last time it was changed though. Just the kicker. Water pump seems smooth. Sound like a bearing starting to go out on it, so it might be worth it. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna remove the pulley and start replacing it. Well, I still gotta remove the water pump also. So I'm gonna get you back on when I start back on it. I assisted all the timing kit. Here's what I assisted all the timing kit consists of. You got the pulley, the water pump, and the belt. And the pulley I took off, it was a plastic pulley. These always seem to break some kind of way, I guess, from getting overheated. But the new one is the metal one, so that's good. Bearing good in. You can hear the bearing sound like they do going out on this one. So I'm gonna leave the water pump laying flat, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the bolts out the water pump one by one, and I'm gonna place them in a new one so I don't get that place mixed up. Because sometimes some are longer than the others. And when I get done with that, I'm gonna transfer them back over to the old pump when I get it off. Then put them back in order. I think it's a 10 millimeter. Let me start removing it and I'll show you when I get done with it. Now that we got the old water pump on, as you can see, the impeller is plastic on this one as well. But with the $60 water pump, it's metal. I'm gonna show you that one when I get the bolts out. But yeah, lay it in the same angle as the other water pump in, and just start transferring my bolts. See how this one long and this one the short one. And you want to keep the order of your bolts. So they transfer them from there. It's going all the way around. And the back of the new water pump is an aluminum impeller, and plastic don't do too well with hot coolant, not for too long anyway. So now I'm gonna go in and clean up this area. I'm gonna use brake cleaner, and I'm gonna clean my gasket surface also and get it ready for the new water pump. I can both of them in. I'm also gonna do a flush on so that coolant don't look too healthy also. So when I get everything back together, then I'm gonna perform a flush on it. So I'm gonna keep on going and clean this area out. Okay, when you use cheaper parts, this is the type of stuff you gotta look out for. This one, both stick out extended a little bit, so the washer it sits against the bolt so it can move freely. But this one was binding up a little bit when I bolted it in. So what I did was I added a couple smaller washers on to go on before my bigger washer. So that should solve that problem. So I'm gonna get it on and bolt it up. I let the water come on and bolt it down. I'm gonna put this on so I can get ready to reinstall my timing belt, and I can try to record it as I install the belt. But it's very hard to do with one hand. It's pretty tight. it move freely. So I will call it open when it fits, and I keep on moving when I get the belt on. Okay, we got the timing belt back on. See what I'm saying about the TDC mark lined up with this keyway. I put the belt on at the bottom first, then went around, kept it tight, and went around to the first timing mark and wrapped it around the first the camshaft pulley, and I rattled it under the water pump by keeping it tight the entire time, and came over to this pulley and got it on. And the way I did my tensioner was I slid it through the bottom and got one bolt started while I held the belt tight. And as I tightened the belt up, I pushed the pulley into the belt and tightened it. And I just slid my other bolt in also and got them both snug. I rotated the engine 720 degrees over twice, and it still lined up. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on going, put the timer cover back on. Okay, while I have the cooling system open, I'm gonna go and replace the thermostat also. It's located on the driver's side, behind the power steering pump on the 3.5. It's attached to the lower radiator hose. You necessarily don't have to remove the power steering pump. I'm doing it to have a better angle. And you have 3/10mm bolts that goes through the pulley and comes out like this. You gotta remove through the pulley. And the third one is at the bottom. See the pump move. I just wrap it around to the front of the timing cover. Like that. And see the thermostat housing there. It held on with 2 10mm bolts also. Let me see how I'm gonna attack them. I think I'm gonna use a wrench for them. Make it easier to get to. I think it'd be easier to remove the hose from it also. But I'm gonna leave the hose connected. Let me see. Okay, I got a 10mm wrench. I'm moving. No use of replacing the water pump, and you're not replacing the thermostat. Okay, for the second one. Weird angle for the second one. One bolt out and go down for the bottom one. Then we're gonna be a little. Okay, the thermostat have a certain way it sits in the housing. You see at the top here it have a notch, and if you pull the house down, I didn't disconnect the heater hose from it, but you see the notch is over on the side where the heater hose come in it, so it pretty much goes like this. You'll feel it. It line up with the notch. So if it's hard to go in, just make sure you got the notch lined up. Okay, I went ahead and reinstalled the belt, the tensioner, the idler, the radiator fan, the hoses. I pretty much got it all back together. Now if it's starting the bleeding process, add coolant. It says it take 11 quarts, so that means it should be a little over 2 gallons. I got a gallon of full strength this cooler here, and I cracked my bleeder open with the 10mm here, and I'm See how much it would take. Engine off, I'm just filling it till the cooler start coming out of there. Then I'm gonna close it and top off the cooler and start it up and let it warm up with the heater on. So let me do that while I'm off camera. Okay, now we're getting coolant coming out the bleeder. We're gonna let that run for a second. Okay, still push air out also. Keep topping off our reservoir. That's a custom string. We can go ahead and close it up. Make sure they get it tight, don't over tighten it. You don't want to screw it. Okay, now we're ready for the first start. Let's see, we had the timing fit right. And let me grab the key. And let me go start it up. Let's see what it's gonna do. Starts right up. Switch it over to heat. Let it run for a second with the fan down low. Let this water down. Running pretty smooth, no shaking or anything, so dry time is good. And it's time is the rocker arm is setting. I replaced the one on the driver's side already. I should have did both at the same time. So it is a cold start also. It hasn't been started today at all. I'm gonna squeeze. Give it a couple squeeze. Keep topping off my reservoir. You're gonna let it run until get up to operating temp. Alright, so push your air out. Just the lower hose a little bit. You can reach it. Let that run and get up to operating temperature, and it should be done. Go to the close out.